Hang on, let me get you guys set up.
Likewise, I can never get enough of Emmer tearing into bad movies.
Oh my god.
And giving credit to movies that are good. Like Tokyo Gore Police. That one was, to my understanding, was a masterpiece.
And Pacific Rim.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Pacific Rim 1, for context's sake. We don't talk about Pacific Rim up yours.
Thank you. It makes me so happy to know the name. It makes me so happy to know the name is catching on.
It's very catchy, and damn it, Navi, you do not slap your mother.
Mother, you did not give me creme brulee. Meow.
You could threaten her. You could threaten her to force her to watch Up Yours.
Well,
Fuck that.
Well,
Fuck that.
Well, I could that, or I could force her to watch Cool World.
No.
What?
Oh, you don't want to know, Lids. You don't want to know.
I'm good,
Ow,
thanks.
ow.
Okay, everyone at 0.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty, in 3, 2, 1, Emma, show us how it's done. Play.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 1-year anniversary special of Reaction and Review. Oh my god, it has been a year. Holy shit. First of all, just actually in honor of this being my 1-year anniversary show, I just want to say thank you to everybody who's been following me for the past couple of weeks, couple of months, or for those who've been following me since I started this thing a year ago. To everybody who has watched anything in this series and told me you liked it, you hated it, it was good, it was shit. Thank you. You guys all helped out. You guys all sort of, told me exactly where to go with the series and how to do it. And I think the show has drastically improved since then. So, how are we going to celebrate 1 year of this show being on YouTube? Oh boy. Well, you see, I started the series with Kickassia because of technical difficulties during a live show. Well, this time I don't have technical difficulties to fall back on. I have a video I made about 6 months ago saying I might cover it, and everyone kind of took that as, oh yeah, he totally is going to do it. So I've been kind of pigeonholed into this. I have no options. I cannot say no. I actually tried to during a live show, and I was talked into it, so damn it, I have to cover this. This is the sequel to Kick-Ass. The movie came out last year. It's called Suburban Knights. And oh boy. I guess for those of you who are catching this series for the first time, I guess I should try to explain myself before I go into this. I'm not a fan of thatguywiththeglasses.com. I really am not. I am not a fan of Doug. I'm not a fan of Linkara. I'm not a fan of Spoonie. Really, I can probably count on one hand the people I've seen over there that actually are decent. That would be Larry, Brad, and Ashens. But Ashens hasn't put up anything over there in fucking ages. So I don't even know if he really counts anymore. Also, Larry hasn't really uploaded.
And now Larry just trolls the shit out of Channel Awesome.
So
Hello, you.
So that brings it down to one decent person
I
on
like that
the
guy.
site.
Yeah.
And, yeah. Also, I hated Kickassia. I felt that it was a 93.
It's funny how like the three people he named, two of them are the ones that are actually the
budgeted
ones on
circle jerk.
Yeah.
And this thing's gonna be, I fear, more of the same.
I
Except
still
now
like
it's 2
Linkara.
hours
I'm
and
sorry
10
if
minutes.
this way
Yeah,
I
I actually am
feel
looking at the
different, that's
runtime
fine.
on this stupid thing.
Same.
2 hours and 10 minutes. These pinheads couldn't even make a story that ran decent for 93. How the fuck are they gonna go for 2 hours and change, huh? This is just starting to bug me now. I'm looking at this. Thankfully, I don't have to watch it on their site. I don't have to buy it on DVD. I didn't even have to BitTorrent it this time. This time, one of those weirdos who loves to upload everything that Doug puts up onto YouTube has put this thing
is that
up in one
Leisure
part,
Suit
one
Ranfield?
big 2 hour and
Yeah,
10
that
minute
guy,
chunk.
yeah.
And now I get to sit here
I think
and I get to
so.
suffer for you guys because you wanted it. So, it's time to kick back, relax, and deal with Suburban Knights. Yes, Angry Joe is actually speaking for somebody. That's actually sort of how I feel watching this.
I forgot Angry Joe was in that one. Yeah, he was.
So, let me ask this, because I'm curious. When exactly does this shit get funny? Like, seriously, I actually was hoping to at least have smiled by this point, but no, nothing.
Oh dear.
Wow, that fucking joke wasn't totally forced and completely contrived. I'm going to eat your penis. How long did it take them to write that No, there was no writing. There's no way in hell a human being would write that and genuinely think, hey, this actually was sort of funny. No, fuck that. Just, god damn it. Alright. I know I've asked this once before, but this thing's been going on for almost an hour. When the fuck does it get funny? When the hell does it get interesting? When the hell am I gonna give a rat's ass by any of these paper-thin, piss-poor, shallow as shit characters? Hating
He's
this
already started.
more and more. Okay, I think we get it. Malachite doesn't like anything which involves technology. We don't need a dozen monologues about it. Just one would have been perfect. Two might actually have even kind of, sunk it in a bit more. I believe he's up to like his third or fourth, and it's getting really fucking old. Guys, after all the negative things I've said, you would almost think that a scene where every single jagoff on this stupid site is whooped stupid, you would almost think I would actually enjoy that. But no. It's still poorly fucking planned out, it's still poorly written, and very poorly executed. My god, this thing actually is not even able to take something which should be fun and make it good. That's awful.
Oh dear.
Thank the good God above this fucking thing is done. Alright. Please stop playing. No. Don't even fucking start. No. I already closed the fucking tab. Fuck you. Okay. Well, before I get into the review proper, actually no, this is going to be part of the review proper, I would like to say that I was pleasantly surprised by a couple of things. One, they actually were able to get lighting down right, since they completely fucked over that when they were doing Kick-Assia. I really didn't think they would be able to actually do lighting well. So, there is that. Of course, they filmed almost everything outdoors, so you have a lot of natural lighting, and that's sometimes easier to work with, sometimes it isn't. Now, speaking of filming outdoors, the sound was actually consistent. Like you didn't have the kind of shit you saw in films such as Birdemic, where the background noise would drastically change because the camera would shift angles. Which tells me that at least the people on the site who worked on the movie are actually getting a little bit better in editing and lighting and, all that other shit. But unfortunately, those are the only positives I can really levy towards this thing, is that it looks good on a technical level. However, acting, the writing, the effects, the characters, just like character depth, character arcs, the music, oh, good God. Everything else was horrible. Now, before people start leaving comments about how, oh, well, these people aren't, actors. Well, if they aren't actors, then how the hell are all of them playing characters in their videos? If they are playing characters there, they obviously are attempting to act in some way, shape, or form, so I don't think you can actually use the old chestnut of they are not actors. I call bullshit. All right.
Oh, good
So
lord!
yeah,
You can see his face where
they
he is
are
about
actors.
to rip
They
into
just
this movie
really
more.
suck at it. So we have that. Music. Well, I believe that the opening theme almost sounded like it was lifted directly from fucking Skyrim. And if it wasn't lifted directly, it's a really close sound-alike. Then we had the funeral scene at the very end, which of course was trying to ape Star Trek II as much as possible, including, again, it sounded like they lifted the music directly from the funeral scene of The Wrath of Khan for it, which felt kind of stupid. Actually, the very fact that they would reference that seemed a little bit stupid too. I mean, because they killed off a character that, as far as I know, there isn't a human being on the planet who gives a shit about. And yet, we were supposed to care, so much so that they took one of the most powerful funeral scenes in film history and basically lifted it wholesale and made it on a budget of what looked to be about $35. So yeah, good job. Just good God, man, I'm really sorry, guys. There's really not a whole lot I can say. I just sat there for the last 2 hours and 10 minutes watching it. I was hoping for something good to come out of it, and the closest I came to even cracking a smile was one of the early arguments between Film Brain and some Luke dude. Why? Well, because that actually seemed to have just a hair of wit to it. However, though, that was way, way early in the fucking film, and unfortunately they weren't able to take that itty-bitty seed of wit and grow it into something good. No. Instead, they just heap tons and tons of shit on it in hopes that it will grow faster. No. So, what about the writing? Well, you see, the writing, if maybe the characters had some level of depth, and I don't want to hear that I have to watch the videos of every person who was in this thing in order to understand the character depth and all this other shit. That doesn't fly. Because I don't think that there's anyone out there who goes to that site and watches every single one of those people. And watches all of them to the point of genuinely enjoying them. So because there's probably no one out there who is that dedicated, there's no one out there who's going to actually care about every last one of these characters. Plus, since this thing was sold on DVD, it kind of stands to reason that they were hoping to expand their audience a little. And you can't expand your fucking audience when your characters are paper thin because all of their supposed depth is explained in videos that are not the one you just watched. You can't tell me that every single critic video and Linkara video and Phalus video are all basically prequels for this. I will not let that kind of bullshit excuse fly. Alright? The fact of the matter is the writing was shallow, the writing was piss poor, and frankly it just seemed almost like they were going for some kind of a spoof on fantasy films and LARPing and a bunch of other shit. And instead of actually trying to do a clever and witty spoof, we get them having to announce and explain every fucking joke. When you have to explain your joke,
good lord,
there
his
is no more
expression right
joke.
now, it's like
There is
it's
nothing
eerie.
there because you had to fucking explain it. The fact that the characters or the reviewers walking out in costume for the first time, and each and every one of them had to fucking announce exactly who in the hell they fucking were, made it even sadder. Okay, I'm going to tell you right now. A lot of people will tell you that this thing, I will not call this hunk of shit a movie. Cool. This thing is for the fans.
Oh,
I'm going to tell
God.
you right now, this video is for the fans. I didn't even want to watch the stupid thing. But you guys asked for it. You guys wanted me to cover Suburban Knights, and I did. I did because you wanted me to. And the fact of the matter is this. I will not cover anything else which comes from that goddamn site. I will not. I don't care what the fuck they opt to do this year in order to celebrate their fucking, anniversary. I don't care. I have no interest. I am not about to sit there and suffer through another 2 hours of circle jerking, okay? It's bad enough I've already had to go through that twice. I will not go through it a third time. Frankly, I'm trying to see if I can actually recommend this to anybody. And this thing is appealing to a very small market, because, you see, the only way you're ever going to truly enjoy it is if you know every single one of the, I guess we can call them characters in this thing. If you actually, know all of them and you enjoy all of them, you know all of the necessary shit about them, which you pick up from all of their videos. If you are into every one of them, you will like this. But if you're only a fan of like 1 or 2 of them, you're gonna hate this because everybody else fucking sucks balls, man. They really do. Frankly,
God.
I'm kind of happy that I'm done with this, because you know what? There is a silver lining to this. In finishing this video, my series is now officially a year old. And I'm damned proud of that. I absolutely adore the fact that I've been able to sit here and entertain you guys for a year doing this. Watching movies I have never seen. Watching shows I have never seen. And actually getting the chance to watch them for the first time and telling you guys what I think of them. I find that to be rather cool. I actually find that to be a rather interesting thing. And you know what? I would like to thank everybody who's watched me for the past year, and I do hope to continue to do this for years to come, because I know there are tons of movies out there I can still cover. Everything, I'm talking everything from classics to, well, hunks of shit no one has ever heard of. There's a strong chance I'm going to be hitting more of the latter than the former, but then again, if you guys haven't picked up on that after 88 episodes, I believe actually this is my 88th, then you really should look into noticing patterns. Anyway, guys, with that we come to the close of the Reaction and Review 1-year anniversary special. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, take care, and I will see you all in the near future. Peace.
Damn.
Wow.
Mhm.
That was fun. Well,
Okay.
movie wasn't fun, but Emma tearing it to pieces was fun.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.